football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So North Carolina's offense has the ball first today. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. Looking to throw its pain. Using the quick game. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Got his man. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Off play action on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quick completion on the out route.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out and they'll have the ball for the first time. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. From the gun, running back on the move. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Makes the grab. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. A strike downfield. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Back to pass, it's Payne. Throws to the wideout. Snags it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 17 over Pittsburgh.
Runs through a tackle.
We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Caught, close to the marker, it's Davis. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Byrne. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Ball is at the 42-yard line. Close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harvey. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. NC State has to come up with a big play here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And there is little more difficult to defend than pressure right up the middle, and the big nose tackle brings it there.
And he starts right on the football. A lot of time he gets double-teamed, right? Because he's right there, and you got the guards next to him, but the big fella just uses his power, overpowers the line, gets to the quarterback, and gets the sack.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put that return to a stop with the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got enough for the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. Across the 45. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Dropping back, it's Payne. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Right down the middle. Tosses it incomplete. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you don't. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Fires to the big fella. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Wolfpack! He walked away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
To throw, it's Payne. Under fire. And the defense, got him at the 27.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Westbrook. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's open on the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on second down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Pressure coming. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. They'll ride Davis here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Harvey. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Wolfpack hoping to pay off this red zone trip. Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. And this one is perfect. And the 3-ball gives us a tie.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Coming out with it, it's Ellis. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Handoff to the single back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Sampson. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. And the Tar Heels come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quickly out to the tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. Running behind that left side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They kick it away on fourth down. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. Off the play fake on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Leaves it with the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. Dropping back, it's Payne. He lofts one down the sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's got it. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
The give to Davis. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He'll keep it himself. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, I love that play by the defense there. Hanging back, watching the QB's eyes. Great job in coverage on the back end, and then rallying to him when he decided to go try and run for it himself. And now this defense is set up 4th.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Absolutely perfect. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. A lot of we are's inside that stadium today. Penn State is running away with things, and that offense looks unstoppable. They're up by 24 over Pittsburgh. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They go to the ground. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give on the option. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
He's now piled up 68 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. Oh, he's got a chance. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Wants to throw. It's Payne. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! Fitted in the window for the score.
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Wants to throw on first down. Rush is on him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. NC State has to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Touchdown, Tar Heels. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
The #1 job in defending a quarterback is making him feel uncomfortable, physically hitting him. Nice job by the defense with the pressure. The hit on the quarterback forces the INT. And then Oski, as soon as you catch that thing, everybody start blocking, get to the near sideline, take that thing back to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught. Turning it on. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20.
number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3's coming soon.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. From the gun. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Solid gain to get them out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give out of the gun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Looking to throw, it's Payne. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The kick is on its way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. He breaks a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete to the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. The quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Rides to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Payne. Makes the grab. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Wisconsin.
Oh, they're after him!
It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Harvey. Hard-hitting tackle. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On target to the left. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. NC State on the move. Set up with another 1st down. Off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pressure. Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third, and the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Defense feeling it here, trying to put a stop to this drive and maybe this game after that earlier sack. On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Breaks the tackle. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looking for the score, and it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And that extra point might be the thing that brings it home. They're up by 9 late in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got it. Let's talk for a second about NC State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong.
And it's a fumble after that huge gain. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll get rid of it. Working the middle. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd down.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. NC State started this drive with terrible field position, but now a little room to operate. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds his man down the middle. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Going for 6. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side takes every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.